Universal Unitarian Church of Farmington, every day, in every way, we bid you welcome. In this community of radical inclusion, we make space for what you believe. We make space for who you are, what you love, who you love. Your whole self is welcome here. It is important that you showed up today. Gathering in community is an act of rebellion against isolation and hopelessness. Knowing this to be true, please repeat after me. We are rebels for hope. We are rebels of hope. We are indeed. My name is Helen Smith, and I am your service leader today. My pronouns are she and her. Thank you for joining us today and spending your Sunday morning with us, whether enjoying the service in person or watching online. I'd like to extend a special welcome to any visitors today. We are so glad that you have joined us. Welcome. We have some announcements today. Today is the Crop Hunger Walk. 25% of the funds raised go to 6 local food pantries, which includes CARES, Hospitality House, Neighborhood House, Salvation Army, Yad Ezra, which provides kosher food, and Zaman International that provides halal groceries and much more. 75% of the funds raised goes to Church World Service, which does great work around the world. We will meet at 1 p.m. in the First United Methodist Church in downtown Farmington. There is a 1-mile walk and a 3.55-mile walk. You can support a walker by giving them a contribution, using the QR code, or going to the website to donate in Friday's e-blast. Thank you for helping your neighbors around the block and around the world. If you have any questions, please ask Yvonne. Thank you for supporting the Crop Hunger Walk. On Tuesday, May 5th at 7 p.m., the UUC Book Club is meeting to discuss Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. Whether you've read it or not, we'd love for you to be part of the discussion. Additionally, we are gearing up to take suggestions for the books we will read in the second half of 2026. If you would like to suggest books, see the link in your e-blast. Join with fellow UUs and other friends Friday, May 15th for the Butterfly. This event is akin to NPR's offering called The Moth. We have a nice lineup of speakers ready to share stories that might be funny, heartfelt, or surprising. Doors open at 6:30. The event begins at 7 o'clock. Tickets are just $10 at the door, and that includes beer, wine, and light snacks. If you are newer to UU and haven't attended before, you are welcome as our guests, free of charge. This event is for adults only, and please see Barb Ivan if you have any questions. Where is Barb? This is Barb. If you have any questions, please see Barb. Opportunities for connection this week are Monday night AA meeting and choir. Tuesday is the men's lunch. Wednesday, program council. Saturday, board games at 1 p.m. in Adams Hall. The highlight of your week, right? Please take a moment now to silence any digital devices you have and bring your attention to this time together. We begin service by lighting the chalice, which is the symbol of the faith that we share with the words from our mission statement. Please join us in reading our mission statement in unison, but let's just give Mike a minute to light the chalice. Thank you. Okay, we can all say this together, please. We seek answers everywhere, include everyone, and live with compassion. Our opening hymn song is number 38, Morning Has Broken, in the gray hymnal. Please rise in body or spirit.
Blackbird has spoken, first bird. Praise for the singing, praise for the morning, praise for them springing fresh from the word. Sweet the rain's new fall, sunlit from heaven, like the first dew fall on the first grass. Praise for the sweetness of the wet garden, sprung in completeness where God's feet pass. Mine is the sunlight, mine is the morning, born of the one light Eden saw play. Praise with elation, praise every morning, God's recreation of the new day.
Before Argo does our message for all ages, just a reminder, we are going to, we have our rainbow arch, so if you are someone sitting in a row with an arch, thank you, then reach across when we close out so we can have the rainbow arch. And today, I have to admit, I made a mistake, and our guest pianist, Christina Dragon, does not have the music for As You Go. So, we have the words, but not the music, so we're going to sing an a cappella, just letting you know now. So, okay, Argo.
Hello, my name is Argo Kramer. I am the Religious Education Coordinator here at UUCF. And today is a very exciting day. As you can see, it is the flower ceremony. So I wanted to talk a little bit about the flower ceremony because in our UU tradition, one of our main values, the P in Jet Pig, stands for pluralism. Now, pluralism is a big word, and we use it a lot, but I was wondering recently, I was like, I wonder if specifically our younger kids, I wonder if we know what pluralism means. So pluralism is a big concept, and it means, and it applies to us as a religious group, but it could also apply to a social group or a spiritual group, and it means where many diverse groups of people or communities, they can exist in one larger community together. But the important part is that while they're existing together, they are maintaining their own unique identities. So we welcome here, and we're not saying, okay, it was fine that you believe that over there, but in here we're going to believe this thing. We say, whatever you believe, that's okay. And we have some people who are part of our congregation who believe in a higher power, and some who don't. Some may call themselves Christian, some may call themselves Jewish or pagan or Buddhist. Even those who do believe in a higher power may use different words to describe how they feel connected to that power. Some may say God or goddess, others may say spirit of life, and you'll notice that a lot of people use different pronouns when referring to this power. We welcome people from all faiths in our community, as long as they share our values of acceptance, love, and empathy. And outside of our congregation being diverse in spiritual beliefs, we are also a diverse people in our identities. Who in my small but mighty group of kids up here knows what an identity is? What's an identity?
Who you are.
Ooh, yes, good, succinct. So yes, that is a good one.
But can you repeat it for everybody?
We said who you are. That is what your identity is. Thank you. So, an identity is one of the aspects of us that makes you, you. No pun intended. You have a gender, you have a gender identity, a cultural identity, a religious identity, and many different aspects of personal identity. And even outside of what we would consider an identity, those things make us diverse too. We have a wide range of ages in our congregation. You all up here, again, our small but mighty group, are some of the youngest. Other identities can be anything from your physical ability to your education level. I know many of our youth are homeschooled, and that's an identity too, compared to other people who are enrolled in public school. One of the best things, in my opinion, about being in a diverse community and intertwined with people who are different from us is it helps us understand how beautiful diversity truly is. Slide. On this slide, you can see a flower garden. But honestly, it is not one of the ones that is my favorite. All of these flowers look the same. You can see the pink ones are all the same height and color, and the green ones are all the same height and color. And if any of them bloom outside of the ordinary, they are trimmed away and back to their little sections where they belong. Next slide. But on this slide, I think these flowers are a little more appealing to me. Their differences are what make them beautiful. Some are taller than others. They come in all colors and shapes, and they're naturally growing around and in between each other. The same thing is true with the flowers we have up here for our flower ceremony. You can see these all come from different places, maybe a garden, maybe a Kroger. They all come in different heights, and they also all come with a different story attached to them from whoever brought them in. So I think our congregation is a lot like this second picture or these flowers we have up here. We're different, but we are all growing together in a garden of our own. So if you aren't familiar with a flower ceremony, or if this is your first time here, this is a day where we invite people to bring different flowers from their own lives. Then we put these flowers together and take home another one that someone brought. It helps us remind us of the unique gifts that each person brings. So now I will call up our youth to we have one green vase up here that has remained empty, and that is going to be our youth vase for them to put things in. Don't move until I'm finished talking. So, as you bring up a flower, and psst, if you didn't bring an extra flower, we have a bunch of flowers up here that you can borrow, and you can just put one of these in there, and it's okay. And I want you to think of a gift that you bring to the congregation. And as you come up and drop your flower off, I'll speak just one of the many gifts I think that you bring to our class or our community. If you are new here and we don't know each other, the gift you are bringing us is being brave and taking a step into a new community. And that is a gift in and of itself. So now we can come up one by one and place your flower or flowers in the vase up front.
But you can all come up.
Yes.
Anybody who wants, if you have some flowers, I see some flowers over there, and you're welcome to come. Yes, if you didn't bring one, then...
Jude, you are so funny and you are so kind to everyone in class, and you have been sharing your musical talents with us, and that has been so kind. Thank you. Micah, you are always the first one. If we have someone new, you always ask them to sit with you, and you are always a very good listener in class, and you're very kind to your friends. the green one, or wherever you want, wherever it fits. Okay, yeah, then you can put them in here. What's your name? Reese. Reese, your gift is coming up today. Thank you for being brave. I like your little one. Henry, your gift is your curiosity and adventurous spirit, and being the leader of the snake catching endeavors, and welcoming that to everyone who wants it. Do I have anyone else who would like to come up to move a flower or has brought a flower? Okay. All right. So the usual final part of a flower ceremony is to take a flower home, but we are going to wait on that part because I think if a flower made it to RE class, it would not leave RE class. So you can look at your adult and remind them to take an extra one for you later, and those in the elementary classroom will also be making our own, okay? So now, thinking of the amazing gifts we're going to bring to class and to this community, we will go to our classrooms as we raise the rainbow arch and sing through As You Go together.
As you go,
May joy surround you as you go. Go in peace. Know our love is with you always. As you go, as you go, as you go. May joy surround you as you go. Go in peace. Know our love is with you always. As you go, as you go.
Thank you.
Through the sharing of joys and sorrows, we make space every Sunday for authentic and vulnerable sharing, which helps to build this congregation into beloved community. You are invited to share what's going on in your life, to name your feelings, and the people in your heart in need of prayer, good energy, best wishes, and other help. You are welcome to pick up a stone or stones from the table, infuse or charge it with your joy or sorrow, and place it in the singing bowl where its energy will ripple out for all of us to be helped. If you'd like to verbally share something important on your heart, please come up and speak directly into the microphone. All are welcome to participate in any of these ways.
oh, yeah, oh, no. Yes, I will do.
All righty. We light 3 candles for the intentions that rest in the silent sanctuary of our hearts. One for the joys, one for the sorrows, and one for the strength of the gathered community that can support you and bring you peace.
For a meditation moment, I ask you to bring your energy into this space. Can you put yourself in a comfortable position wherever that is for yourself? Maybe your feet down on the floor, Maybe you're holding some tension in your shoulders and you can notice that for yourself. You can let's take a deep breath together, and you can just feel your energy flow through your body and feel where you might be holding something that needs to be let go, and bring your attention here into this space together. Let's take a deep breath in. And slowly let it out. And feel the energy of these people in the space, knowing that everything that we feel in our hearts and things that we're concerned about, ourselves or the world, don't always get said out loud. But they are here with us, and we as a community are holding it together. So today I'd like to read you a reading. It's called Fragile and Rooted. And this is about experiencing or imagining yourself as a flower, imagining what it's like in the garden, seeing yourself and being connected. So feel and hear these words. See a blossom in your mind's eye. Allow it to fill the interior of your imagination. Greater perfection of form and nature cannot be imagined. With inward gaze, absorb each wondrous fluted petal of whatever that flower is for you. Take your gaze down its humid surface until you see the dew in its velvety core. Imagine what is in there, what makes these flowers so magnificent. Immerse your senses in this safe chamber. Such fragile beauty gives impulse to weep if we allow ourselves to experience that. Slowly reverse the journey in your mind's eye as you climb your view up the shaft toward the wider light. Turn your imagination around and around to see its many facets. Stored within is the memory of all flowers. Marvel that this creation, while utterly fragile, yet undaunted, boldly buds forth, turning resolutely toward the sun. We too shimmer with expectation, exuding our own illumination, color, pulse, and scent. Vulnerable, still, we venture into our lives, courageously toward hope and light, at once fragile and rooted. Our meditation song is going to be played by Christina Dragon. The words are attached to your order of service, but we are not going to sing it together. So just for you to contemplate on the words of the song, Sacred Garden.
The offering we take each Sunday is an opportunity to recommit to this place and to these people. It is as much a ritual as singing together, lighting our chalice, or reciting our unison affirmation. It is a reminder of that form of love we call generosity. It is how we show that we believe it's important to worship together, to help our community, and to say yes to the values of our faith. You are now invited to participate in the blessing of giving as the ushers come among you to accept the gifts of the congregation. You may also give to the UUCF online via the QR code on the back of the order of service. The morning offering will now be gratefully received.
After 1 minute, I am sorry, ushers, I apologize. But today we are going to share a song that is about Norbert Chopek, who this ceremony recognizes. So I am going to share this other video with you because I think it's really important that we remember where this comes from, what our ceremony is about. And so I'm going to share this video with you now. Okay, now you can come up.
Even though 1,000 times disappointed and fallen in the fight, even though faced with a world that now seems worthless, I have lived a life amidst eternity. Be grateful, my soul, be
Please join me in reciting the offertory blessing that can be found in your order of service. To the work of creating beloved community within and beyond these walls, we dedicate ourselves and our offerings.
For some of you, this may be your first flower ceremony. Maybe, I know some of you, this is your first time even coming to a UU congregation. So, welcome. This is an annual ceremony ritual that is done by most of our UU congregations, and it varies depending on the day or the season. My home congregation is in North Carolina, and that particular congregation always had it on Easter Sunday. So I had what the scientists refer to as a sample size of 1. So I assumed that we UU congregations always did this on Easter Sunday. Came to learn that was because that was when flowers were in bloom in North Carolina. And because I lived in other states after that who did it much later than Easter because there were no flowers. And then this year, it's been cold, so we have less actually in bloom. So some of us have had to accommodate by going to other places to get flowers. But we understand that we don't get attached so much to the specifics, but to what is the bigger meaning behind the service. And you saw a little bit on the video. This ceremony always chokes me up because it is both beautiful and sad, because it is a remembrance of Norbert Chopek, a Unitarian minister. It's hard to, our Unitarian minister who created this service, and because he wanted a ritual that people could remember beauty even through hard times, and that we still needed those moments and still needed a way of connection. And so he was serving a church in Prague, Czechoslovakia, and that church still has this ceremony every year on the first Sunday in June, even now. Because one of the reasons I like to do this ritual is because it reminds us of our international connections as well. We are not only in the United States. Unitarians are only but Unitarians and Universalists are United States, but we have our roots all over the world, and that is one of our connections. So his wife, Norbert Chopek's wife, Maya, that after he died in the Nazi camps, then she brought this ritual to the United States, to the Brooklyn Unitarian Church. And it's just like any other religious ritual, sometimes things take root and spread, and sometimes become their own things. Just like our chalice was started actually by our youth many, many years ago before other congregations. They just did a thing, and then it took root, and now everybody's doing it. Sometimes you don't always know what happened the first time. And so in the first ritual, then everybody would bring in their flowers to the back, and then the women of the church, because that was a thing, but sometimes that ends up being, it was that they would take the flowers at the end and bring them up. But most of our congregations now do like what we did today, where people bring them up, and then we will all come up and take one later on. So we adapt to the people, the place, and the stories of what is here, so that we remember that, to me, there is kind of debate in the UU world about what to even call this, because in the early days, then people referred to it as the flower communion, and many people now are like, can we as mostly non-Christians use that word? I don't know, so I adapt to the word ceremony, and because I'm not so attached to what we call it, but that we do it, because to me that's the most important aspect of how do we remember the past, how do we still reflect on who we are and what we want to be in the world. So I wanted to share a little bit more about some of his history, because I think that it's important to reflect on how it all came to be, that he wanted this for his own community. Have you ever thought about yourself, especially, I feel like the words are always on the tip of our tongue these days, living in unprecedented times. Every day is a new torture experiment. And still, we have to find some way to have beauty in our lives, because it is very hard to go through life without something that gives us a moment of awe in the day. It's very hard. So Reverend Chapek looked to beauty, and there are, again, different variations on the story. One story I read talked about him seeing a fragile garden. Others talked about him just happening upon a garden. I don't know. We can't be tied to the absolute truth. But it is about his desire for people to want to have a space of something that they can come back to. And that, just like Argo talked about earlier, many of the people who were part of his congregation were what we call refugees from other congregations where they had been very strict about their beliefs. And so he kept, and Unitarianism was still new at that time, and his way of understanding it. So thinking on, these are people who've going through a lot, have been trying to escape what their world has been. How can we create a ceremony where people can be all of who they are and bring all of that and take something back with them that reminds them to keep staying on and thinking on beauty? However, as much as I love the ceremony, I think in some ways it also keeps us inward focused. Inward focused is a good thing. Self-reflection is very important. It helps us grow. And we UUs are not the only ones in the world. Our life experience here is not the only one. And I was especially reminded of this yesterday because our larger denomination a year ago decided through what's called an action of immediate witness at the General Assembly, voted on a action for the congregations to think on what can we do for Palestinian liberation. We have not been doing that. That's just how it is. I'm just naming that. And so they encouraged us to include a poppy. Poppies in Michigan at this time are hard to get. So I decided to bring you this field of poppies. We don't have the projector. Could you turn that back on? Thank you. This beautiful field of poppies, which is a symbol of Palestine. Because we have to think bigger than ourselves, and knowing that there are groups within the UU world. There's the UUs for Justice in the Middle East. If you're unaware of them, I highly encourage you to look them up because they do really great work. And they are who I received this email from. So thinking on poppies and the people who are experiencing pain right now, and the ongoing work that we should also be involved with. And then, of course, that got me thinking some other thoughts on other places that also have beauty. This sermon helped me think of one of our songs that we sing around July 4th about how other nations also have beautiful skies. Guess what? They also have beautiful flowers that we get from them. I was thinking on my friend Mima, who is a flower farmer. We met a long, long time ago, but through her, I learned about how flowers are shipped from all over the world. And so many of the flowers that we have here came from another part of the world, some of them from Mexico. So I wanted to share with you these flowers. Mexico is known for their dahlias and marigolds and poinsettias. Do you know that we get the majority of our poinsettias from Mexico? So when you see poinsettias again next year, think of where they come from. Everything we buy comes from somewhere else. And then I couldn't help but also think about Iran. Iran is known for this damask rose, hyacinths, tulips, and narcissus. Because of the roses, they really appreciate they use a rose oil in ceremonies because it's so much identified with who they are. So much beauty around the world, around us, that we just take for granted. And we don't think about how other people are impacted by the beauty, and we don't slow ourselves down to even notice and pay attention. So today's ceremony is about remembering the people who've died in the past, but also remembering what's happening right this minute to people in Palestine, people who've been deported this year, people we in the United States are involved in bombing in Iran. We are all a part of this, no matter where we are in our relationship to these things. So I know that's a lot to hear, but I don't want us to only be inward focused and we should always be glad we have a beautiful, wonderful community and we have a responsibility to the world. It's a hard thing balancing all of that together. It really is. Some days it's very, very heavy, but we do our best. We find moments to sing. We reach out to each other. We say thank you. Say thank you to all of the contributions brought today, and we support each other in our community. We reflect. We slow down and remember. And so Christina is about to play a couple of songs, and there are two songs from our hymnals, and one is called De Coloris, and the other one is called Sakura. Also international songs, helping us remember our international web of people from all over the world. So you are welcome to, from wherever. I'm not going to tell you how to come up because we have the drum set pulled back. So you're welcome to come up and back around and just come up and pick whichever flower speaks to your heart as you see it, and then take it back to your seat. if you would hold your flowers. How about sending a thank you to whoever brought it today? I'd like to read you a prayer by Norbert Chapek. It's also number 723 in the gray hymnal, just so if you might not know, but the back of our hymnal has many, many readings from our ancestors who can help us be who we are today. So this is slightly adapted, but these are his words. In the name of Providence, which implants in the seed the future of the flower, and in our hearts the longing for people to live in harmony. In the name of the highest, in whom we move and who makes mother, father, parents, siblings, friends, and relatives what they are. In the name of sages and great religious leaders who sacrificed their lives to hasten the coming of the age of mutual respect, let us renew our resolution sincerely to be real community, regardless of any kind of bar which estranges us from each other. In this holy resolve, may we be strengthened, knowing that we are one human family, that one spirit, the spirit of love, unites us, and endeavor for a more perfect and a more joyful life. Amen. May it be so. Let us join in singing number 77 in the gray hymnal, which is Seek Not Afar for Beauty. You're welcome to sing.
Seek not afar for beauty, lo, it glows. Into wet grasses all about your feet. In birds in sunshine, childish faces sweet. In stars and mountains, summits topped with snows. Go not abroad for happiness, behold. It is a flower blooming at your door. Bring love and laughter home and evermore. Joy shall be yours as changing years unfold. In wonder workings or some bush of flame, we look for truth and fancy it concealed. But in earth's common things it stands revealed. While grass and flowers, stars spell out the name.
Thank you. Please join me in reading our extinguishing words together. We extinguish this chalice with an open heart. We are building a better world together. We are becoming better people together. We are living our lives together. We don't have to do it alone. Thank you.